Hey everybody, Tim the Nintendo Gamer here, back with some Mario Kart World Grand Prix. We're going through all the cups. This is the 6th video. If you haven't checked out the others, please be sure to use the link up above. We're jumping right in now into Grand Prix, and we're going to do the last two cups. I'll be using Mario as I have been using, but let's try a different kart. Let's go with that one. And we're heading off into Leaf Cup, which includes Cheep Falls, Dandelion Depths, Boo Cinema, and Dry Bones Burnout. As you can see, I haven't tried any of these out yet, but we're jumping into 150cc. So I've had an opportunity now to try some of the other modes. I haven't tried free roam yet, so I haven't been showing you those, but we have been trying some Knockout Online. It's a lot of fun. It's complete chaos, but I'm actually enjoying that way more, the Knockout Tour, than even the regular Grand Prix or races. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's adjust our sound and let's jump into it. This is the first one, the first track in the Leaf Cup. Let's see if I can get my timing right this time. Here we go, Mario. Let's do it. It's super cold here in Joburg, South Africa today. So, if I seem a little bit more blue than usual, now you know why. Much before the warm weather. We're not really used to it here in South Africa. It's not this cold. This is pretty cool track so far. There's been some really amazing videos out by a bunch of creators that are talking about the importance of collecting the stars. As you know, or as you probably have seen in previous videos, the required number of stars now to get the full speed boost is 20 stars, whereas it was 10 before. But each star seems to give you a different amount of, killed that Cheep, a different amount of boost depending on which star it is. So, for example, the 18th, 19th, or the 19th and 20th stars give you a huge percentage boost compared to a lot of the middle stars. So it's quite an interesting new technique that you're going to have to get used to, especially if you are part of the speedrunning community of Mario Kart. As you might see, there we go, there's the 20th. Hopefully we've got our full speed boost now. And what we've been talking a lot about in these cups, this is one of the new power-ups, the Ice Flower. So what we've been talking a lot about in these cups, I did that, is the new charge jump, which is when you hold in the ZL button and don't press any directions. So similar to what you would do if you were trying to get a drift going, but without holding a direction. And what that does, if I can do it here, is give you that little hop, which gives you a little bit of the boost. Wow, and that shock is just insane these days. So I'm really going to have to move up in these last few race laps. It also allows you to use the rails. Gold coin mushroom is coming at me. Let's see if we can make some tracks here. Get further up from there. And so, let's see if I can catch up to Boo. King Boo is near the front here. Kind of went off onto the side there. So let's see, at least I've got some protection, but they're right behind me. So let's try and cut this nice and tight, get a bit of a boost. And I did it, I wasted it up. So terrible finish there for me, went way too wide and then missed the fireball as well. Yeah, so that little charge jump allows you to hop onto the rails and even do some wall riding. And if you've seen any of the online play of some of the faster races, they're already using crazy lines jumping off sections. As we head into Dandelion Depths, you've probably heard this in all the videos so far, you'll notice that we're not going to do 3 laps in Dandelion Depths. We're actually going to leave the first track, and part of the race is getting to the next track. So you'll only do sort of 2 laps and they won't be exactly the same. And you get a sort of rolling start here. At least I've got my boost right. This is the new way to change costumes. Oh, I missed the little jump there. So let's see what costume we get with Mario now. Hey, there we go, that happy costume. And you'll probably see the charge boost that I'm going to do here. And that allowed me to actually not only bounce over this car, for Luigi, but actually also get a boost once I landed. And you can hold that in for a longer boost. And if I get a chance, I'll actually show you also how you get onto the rails and wall rides using that. Giant bullet bills or banzai bills flying around. Really need to start collecting my coins. As you can see, there's still a lot of boosting that you can do, but you'll see the animations have all been changed, and actually going off-road here really slows you down. Not that it didn't slow you down before, but it seems even more pronounced now than it was in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So let's go. Let's try and get some jumps in, and let's see if I can... Didn't mean to get a slide in there. There we go. I think that's the first time I've got Kamek. And Kamek doesn't cause kind of havoc up front. Not only does he change your costume, well, but he sends different things your way, which also even hurts you, which confused me. I'm not sure why you'd want that. But there we go. At least the blue shell of death gave me something there. Okay, let's see if we can get this right. Let's see if we can jump on this rail. There we go. Hopefully you can see that, and then you can jump across. And while I didn't make the best use of it there, at least you got to see. And if I could do a wall ride here, let's see if we can. And there we go. Oh, I didn't choose it perfectly because I kind of took it nowhere. But that's where you can see the wall ride and the rail, using the rails to get across. So that gives you a whole different bunch of lines that you can use. I think it would be interesting, and hopefully that's a video that I'm going to do a bit later, but I'm sure there's people already doing that sort of video, is how much faster is it to rail versus to wall ride versus to go straight. I think it depends largely on how many stars you have and the position on the track. And I suspect that if there isn't anything in front of you, there really is no reason to use it. But let's see now if I can get ahead now, because I'm very far behind after that disastrous wall ride. So let's see if anything will be useful here. Ah, never got it and now get it twice. Ah, I thought I would get my wall ride there. I didn't, and that's going to mean I am stuck way behind. There goes the blue shell. Hopefully it won't hit me. Let's see if I can use that just to get in 7th place. A terrible finish. I do try and get 3 stars, but it's actually something that I've also seen online, is people are saying that it seems to be much harder. The CPU seems to be a little bit smarter. Although I have finished in 1st place in all the times that I've tried, but I do love my Mario Kart. So we are just learning as we go. And I think making the CPU a little bit tougher is not a bad thing, to be honest. But I think if we weren't trying all the new techniques, we would have done a bit better. But let's see what we get in these last 2 races. This is Boo Cinema, or at least we're on the way to Boo Cinema. I think I may have been a bit slow there. Oh no, got it just in time. Been improving on my timing with those. And let's see if we can get some more coins. Nope, only 2 there. Let's see what we can do here. As you can see, I'm going to do that. You also see that when you jump, you can do multiple tricks if you've got enough space to do so. Let's try and get this. When you get a new food item, not only does it change your costume, you also are able to get a little speed boost, which is always useful. Let's see if we can snipe anybody with these bananas. Ooh, nice and close, but not quite. Let's see if we can do a bit better. Come on, King Boo. There we go. At least one connection with those 3 shells. Come on, Wario. I was hoping that would be a bit of a bounce. Here we go into Prix Cinema. And a more creepy look. Never my favorite for these type of games. But now we're in 1st and we've got a lot of protection. That's unusual. We'll take it. So let's try and go around these corners as quickly as we can. And as I do that, I look at the camera and lose track of where I am. So here we have those mini boos. And I said, these are not sections I particularly enjoy. It's a creepy aesthetic. Probably used up one too many of my red shells there. But let's see what we've got. Let's try and do the squat. The shock. until you've tried it, until you've experienced it, I can't tell you how much more of a shock you get. I don't know if I turned off Rumble or something in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe by this stage, but I couldn't. I swear the new shock not only visually looks more devastating, you can actually feel it through the controller, not as a shock but as rumble, and it has the effect. It has the desired effect. Okay, let's try and collect coins. Hey, we're actually going into the cinema. Oh, that's pretty cool. Into the movie. That's pretty awesome. Although, not my favorite type of movie. Okay, here we go. Let's go around this section. Really don't like this creepy aesthetic. Okay, then, and then that's another thing you're gonna have to learn. You don't use ZL to protect yourself. You just as soon as you connect. Oof, got Kamek, and now I'm a peeper. Okay, luckily, I think I may have just done enough. Kind of interesting that I finished this round with Peeper, but that's the Mario that I like, much better. And let's see if that puts us closer up into that first place. Nice, so we've got Parabiddy and King Boo in the first two places. Let's see if we can catch them in the final race. And as we said, this is the 6th race, the Leaf Cup. I beg your pardon, the 6th Cup, the Leaf Cup. We're showing you all the videos, so be sure to check our channel for the first 5, and of course we'll soon have the final one out as well. And here we go, thankfully leaving this Prix cinema. Hopefully this creepy aesthetic goes away and try something a bit more friendly, like a bit more in my wheelhouse. Ooh, thought I'd actually done that too late, too early, I beg your pardon. So as I said, I'm not holding ZL now, and as you can see the green shell behind me. So right now, as soon as you have that coming up as your next weapon, that's what will be. Let's see if I can, I don't know if that was, but I seem to have connected with someone. This a good thing. You can actually see the helicopter, and there's a giant moose. Hello, Mr. Moose, and a few more mooses, or moose, sure, meese? Something like that. Okay, at least I got that right, got my protection, so let's be a little bit dastardly. And let's see how many jumps we can get in here, for example. Oh, there we go. So nice flying section, got some protection. I'm going to use up those coins straight away, because I've got a double box over there. Not the ideal combination, but I'll take it. At least I've got some protection, and hopefully that will take me to the next box. I think for the next one, how close are people? Yeah, they're pretty close. I think I still need some protection, so I'm going to keep that coin in the second slot, move it down to the first slot. Okay, let's get away from these bombs. And then again, it's the shock that'll be the death of me. Wow. Talking about not being too creepy, which is not much better, not much friendlier, but as you can see, you probably saw that I got 3 over there. Still no protection, so if a blue shell does rear, it's ugly, spiky blueness, I won't be able to protect myself, so I'm gonna keep doing this. Okay, this is giving me that Luigi's Mansion vibes. Again, not my favorite aesthetic. Wow, what was that? Wow, I'm getting hit by things that I cannot even see. So, I don't know if I just missed that. Okay, good thing that the blue shell only came at that stage, I guess. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's someone. Sorry, King Boo. Got a little too close to me at just the wrong time. Whew. That is amazing. Let's see if we can get him again. Really need to get closer to him. Oh, he hit something. Was that my banana? Wow, that was a banana. I don't think that I did very much anything at all to affect that. I'm going to try to keep this one. That was a very tight turn. I had to even use my brakes to get sure I got that one right. Really want to try get into first place here, so at least you can see the podium finish at the end of the cups, which you've been able to see in all the others. And just as I said that, I run off the stage, and I'm pretty sure that's at the worst possible time. Yep, here we go. Some preempting disaster and landing up fourth. Speaking too soon. That's what you get, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see. It was King Boo. Who else was ahead of us? There we go. Bug was there, so that means they're going to take the position. I'm only in third this time, but I hope you enjoyed seeing that view of the Leaf Cup. To be honest, the last two tracks are not my favorite. As you all know, I probably have mentioned it on a few of my videos. I don't like the creepy aesthetic ever, and so I'm probably not going to be playing that too often, but as usual, it feels great to play. A new Mario Kart game, and Mario Kart World is really delivering in terms of controls and looks. So we're just going to have to get used to the new Grand Prix format. Not sure about that. And yeah, hope you enjoyed what you saw. Let's have a look at the final standings. Disappointingly, Mario's in third place, but there's the Leaf Cup. And be sure to check out our channel for the next videos. But before that, remember, it's dangerous to go alone. So take this!